Inside the Bangladesh Bank headquarters, the Swift terminal hums quietly in the dim light. On the screen, transaction requests are queuing up, 35 of them. $951 million. Halfway around the world, in New York, it's 10:30 in the morning. The Federal Reserve's automated clearinghouse begins processing the requests. Then someone at the Fed notices something strange. A transfer to the Shalika Foundation in Sri Lanka. It's spelled Foundation. A compliance officer stops the transaction. Something's wrong. She flags it for review. She picks up the phone. At that moment, in Dhaka, the Bangladesh Bank building sits empty. No one is watching the systems. By the time the sun rises on Friday morning, $81 million has already vanished into the Philippines casino industry. And somewhere, in an office building in Pyongyang, North Korea, a team of hackers is staring at their screens in disbelief. They were building an army of hackers, and they were coming for the world's money. The Democratic People's Republic of Korea, the most isolated, most sanctioned, most economically desperate country on Earth. North Korea had tried counterfeiting US dollars. They'd tried smuggling drugs. So in the early 2000s, the regime made a decision. They would build a cyber army. Promising students identified as young as 10 or 11 years old. They were separated from normal schools and sent to special academies. The Gumsong School No. 1. These weren't normal schools. They were hacker boot camps. These units didn't wear uniforms. They sat in office buildings in Pyongyang or China or Southeast Asia, staring at screens. In 2014, Unit 121 attacked Sony Pictures Entertainment. They destroyed servers. They threatened terrorist attacks against movie theaters. The Sony hack taught North Korea something important. Cyber attacks worked, and the international community had no effective response. The CIA would later give this team a name, the Lazarus Group. They were going to rob a central bank. They found Bangladesh. They used second-hand routers purchased for $10 from used equipment dealers. The Lazarus Group studied their target carefully, building profiles, looking for a way in. Carefully crafted emails sent to Bangladesh bank employees, attachments containing supposed financial documents. Someone clicked. It created a backdoor into Bangladesh Bank's network, and then it called home to a server controlled by the Lazarus Group. Watching how employees worked, when people logged in, when they left for the day. Most importantly, they found the Swift terminal, the connection to the global banking system. The system doesn't verify that a human actually authorized the transaction. It just checks the digital signatures and codes. And the Lazarus Group was about to steal those credentials. First, it watched. It logged everything employees did on the Swift terminal. Send fake transfer requests that looked identical to real ones. When the system tried to print receipts of outgoing transfers, the malware would block them. They picked a date, Thursday, February 4th, the start of the weekend in Bangladesh. They needed to launder the money, to break it into smaller chunks, to move it through multiple countries. They found their solution in the Philippines, specifically in Manila's casino industry. And once money was inside the casino system, it could be gambled, moved around, converted to casino chips, then withdrawn as clean cash. The Lazarus Group set up accounts at Rizal Commercial Banking Corporation in Manila, fake accounts under fake names. Now they just needed to execute. The Bangladesh Bank building is dark. The Swift terminal sits unattended, screen glowing in the empty office. Halfway around the world, members of the Lazarus Group log into Bangladesh Bank's network remotely. $20 million to an account at RCBC in Manila under the name Michael Cruz. Except when the hacker types the transfer request, they make a mistake. They spell Foundation F-A-N-D-A-T-I-O-N. In New York, it's 10:30 a.m. on Thursday morning. The Federal Reserve's automated clearinghouse receives the transfer requests. 4 requests get approved immediately. $81 million transfers out. Then someone at the Fed reviews the request to Shalika Foundation. The Typo jumps out. She checks the other pending requests. They're all going to the Philippines and Sri Lanka. She freezes the transfers. She starts making calls. But $81 million is already gone. No one sees the alerts piling up in the SWIFT system. Immediately, people start moving it, withdrawing cash. But most of it gets converted to casino chips, clean money. Then someone notices the SWIFT printer didn't produce any receipts on Thursday. They're missing $81 million. Panic. Absolute panic. The bank governor is called. Emergency meetings are convened. The experts find the malware. They trace the intrusion. The Philippine Central Bank gets an emergency call. The FBI starts investigating. They track the IP addresses used in the attack. They find the RCBC branch manager who facilitated the transfers, a woman named Maya de Guido. They managed to recover about $15 million. But the North Korean hackers, they're untouchable, safe in Pyongyang. Banks worldwide had to upgrade their cybersecurity, implement multi-factor authentication, separate their SWIFT terminals from general networks. Their governor resigned. The government launched investigations. It locked files and demanded Bitcoin payments. It shut down hospitals in the UK. North Korea had industrialized cybercrime. This was a government program. Banks around the world upgraded security. The US government worked with SWIFT to create new security standards. The typo that stopped the Shalika Foundation transfer was pure luck. One spelling error. One person paying attention. $66 million vanished into the underground economy. It's how they fund nuclear weapons while their people starve. And the rest of us? We're still vulnerable. The hackers are getting better too. The next heist is probably being planned right now, looking for the next target. The Bangladesh bank heist taught us that the entire global economy is held together by trust and technology. And maybe, just maybe, someone forgetting to run spell check.